Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. To it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Tulane right back to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Finds his tight end. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Rhodes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you call it. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, he would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
The LSU Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Unloads it left. With the catch, it's Pitts. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Took a shot as he threw. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me...
Wide open, he makes the catch. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Bring in the heat. Complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Works the middle of the field. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Back to pass. He's got an open man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big...
There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Tulane right back to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Tosses it incomplete.
That's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Right down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third down, he drops to throw. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up, just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still,
it's blocked. He couldn't get it away. Oh, he stepped out of the back of the end zone, and it's a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
And you just have to have better field awareness if you're on offense. They're understanding that, A, you're in the offense, and B, where that back line is, David. That is not good news taking a safety.
No, and you want to make a play, and you want to make something happen, but you got to realize where you're at on the field. He doesn't do that, and guess what? Cost his team 2 points.
Finds his man open, and he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. First and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Tulane has it back at and the offense coming out to go on the attack. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance. But
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pitts. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, after the missed field goal, the lead is still 23. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David. Breaks into the open.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, from the OC, I'm the head coach. I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs, and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. It's a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires downfield. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Throwing on the run. He's got it down the right side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. Finally corralled first down. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so...
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Tulane right back to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't pick off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's...
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. So they'll give up the 15 yards on the pass interference penalty, but that's certainly better than giving up a touchdown in the end zone. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Gets the back moving. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first half as they take over 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. Got it in the middle. It's Dinkins. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man down the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Looking to fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll start this drive firing. They get to him as he throws.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Here comes the heat. Going for it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He goes out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and they switch the ends of the field quickly. They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. To the air on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Steps away to find some room. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. Motion from the back. On 4th down, looking to pass. Shoots it to the left. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll run this play from the pistol. Power football with the run. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't have a lot of room to run after after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. They'll move the wide receiver. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got a man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Gets it away off his back foot. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown LSU. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He was hoping for a little more running room, and they're able to get him down at the 45. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Here's the pressure. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And how about that back-to-back sacks? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the move, he fires. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Line is set on 3rd down. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down.
Encroachment defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
Here we go, here we go.
He's got it on the run. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense wants to bring the heat. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened there.
Trying to keep this drive alive. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Got it in stride at the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. SMU is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 21 to Utah. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Swings it out to his running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Got room on the return. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers!
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease to the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Dinkins. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Guys, LSU has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. The give to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Now don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Touchdown LSU! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Dropping back, it's Cheek. Pressure coming. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on third and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Pitts. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Pitts. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right, and he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Sets up the screen. Look out, he's got room. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. No wonder he's the favorite target, just going and reeling in everything.
Catching everything, and if it ain't broke, don't.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is... It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a